According to Harvard research, your brain stays just as capable of growth in your 70s as it was in your 30s if you keep it active. And yet, millions of retirees slowly lose joy not because they're too old, but because they stop growing. Meet Robert. He's 70, retired, but not. After 40 years of work, he faced the quiet of retirement and asked the same question every retiree faces. What now? What he discovered in the years that followed became a blueprint for living a meaningful, joyful, and healthy life after retirement. In this video, Robert shares his 7 life lessons rooted in science, but born from the heart. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, or love someone who is, this story is for you. It's not about adding more years to life, but more life to your year. We'll explore 7 timeless lessons: how to stay young at heart, why letting go of regret heals the body, how purpose protects your brain, and why love not luck is the ultimate health secret. By the end, you'll see why retirement can be the most rewarding stage of all when lived with wisdom. 1. Stay curious, not comfortable. Robert believes curiosity is the fountain. He says, the day you stop learning is the day you start aging. Science agreed. A study from the University of Texas found that seniors who learn new, challenging skills like photography or language show significant improvements in memory and reasoning. When he turned 70, Robert didn't buy a new car or move to Florida. He joined a community art class. He couldn't even draw a straight line at first, but he said, it made me feel alive again, like I was a beginner in life. He paints every week, not to be an artist, but to be awake. Curiosity keeps the brain producing dopamine, the motivation molecule. It reduces the risk of cognitive decline and depression. That's why neurologists say staying curious is better than any supplement.so. Learn some, read, paint, ask questions. Curiosity keeps you connected to the world and to yourself. For years, Robert says he chased time, deadline, goals, saving. Then retirement, suddenly time stopped chasing him back. He remembers sitting in his living room one morning, the house quiet. He said, I realized I was rich in time, but poor in moment. Researchers at Stanford found older adults who focus on emotional well-being rather than material success experience greater daily satisfaction and lower stress levels. Robert started a new tradition, Moment Monday. Every Monday, he writes down one beautiful moment from the week. Not achievements, just memory. He wrote things like, watched my grandson take his first step, or listened to the rain and remembered my wife's laugh. When you count moments, life feels full even when it's quiet. Robert doesn't go to the gym. He doesn't wear fitness track, but he moves every single day. Science backs him up. A 2020 study in JAMA Network found that adults over 65 who walk at least 7,000 steps a day reduce their risk of premature death by 50%. But it's not just physical. Movement helps regulate mood, circulation, and even memory. It keeps the joints flexible and the spirit strong. Robert says, I move so I can keep moving. He stretches every morning, walks after dinner, and does yard work instead of sitting on the couch. He calls it moving for freedom, the ability to tie his shoes, carry groceries, and dance with his granddaughter without pain. It's not about being fast. It's about staying free. 4. Forgive more, stress less. Robert admits he carried regrets for decades. People he hurt, people who hurt him. At 68, he made peace. He called an old friend he hadn't spoken to in 20 years. They talked for hours. He said, that phone call healed something I didn't even know was broke. Science says forgiveness lowers stress hormones and inflammation. Johns Hopkins research found people who forgive have better blood pressure and emotional resilience. Robert says, forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you. The past doesn't have to poison your present. Letting go doesn't erase the memory, it restores your heart. 5. Choose people who give you peace. Robert says, at this age, I don't want people who make me impressed. I want people who make me peaceful. As we age, social connections become more important than money or success. Harvard's 80-year study of adult development found that the strongest predictor of happy old age is relationship. Good relationships protect both body and brain. Isolation, on the other hand, is as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Robert calls 3 friends every Sunday. They talk about everything: family, health, jokes, fear. He says, friendship is my therapy, so don't wait for people to call. Reach out. The older you get, the more love becomes medicine. After retiring, Robert sold his second car, gave away clothes he didn't, and downsized his home. He said, I thought I'd miss the stuff, but I only missed the time I wasted taking care of it. Research from Yale University found that simplifying your life, decluttering, reducing obligations lowers anxiety and improves sleep. Robert keeps one rule: if it doesn't bring peace, it doesn't belong. He now spends mornings in his garden, afternoons reading, and evenings with family. Simple, peaceful, enough. 7. Leave a legacy of kindness. Robert says, I used to wonder what I'd leave behind. Now I realize the answer is simple kindness. Research from Carnegie Mellon shows older adults who volunteer regularly have lower blood pressure and live longer. He mentors local teens on weekends. He teaches them how to repair, but also how to be patient. One boy told him, you're like the grandpa I never had. Robert smiled and said, then that's enough legacy for me. Every smile you create, every hand you hold, that's what lasts. Robert's story isn't about success or status. It's about becoming rich in gratitude, peace, and love. His lessons are simple but powerful. Stay curious, cherish moments, move for freedom, forgive, choose peace. Live simple.